do what I do.
But the funny thing is, y'all, that Washington was not even a slave state. So that means all those black people that are from that area never experienced slavery. The white people there are paying for something they had nothing to do with. This is why I have a problem, because the black community, some of us are ignorant.
He talking about the black community like he's not part of the black community. Sir, you are very black. So you black. I got a tan. Okay. But you still blacker than me. Okay. So you saying you not part of the black community is like Donald Trump talk about the white community. He is part of the white community. Okay. People are looking at you like sideways. Okay. But let's keep listening.
We don't have ability to comprehend this.
Speak for yourself, sir. Speak for, I can comprehend plenty.
246 years. There should immediately be an executive order for the next 246 years that black people don't got to pay no taxes. There is a home ownership grant given.
If there was an executive order saying black people don't have to pay no tax, everybody would be black. Let's keep listening.
And education, higher education should be free for black people, okay? This is the greatest, most fair
What about
plan.
the black people that don't want education like that? They don't want higher education. What about them? What about the ones that want to be electricians and plumbers? How about we let the people who want, let's file some lawsuits, and the people who really want it can hire a lawyer and go out and get it. All right, let's keep listening.
To level the playing field. Because the three ways that black people were affected the most because of, like, from slavery.
Shout out to Yaya Key.
Poverty, the wealth gaps. We literally gave free labor. Ownership, home ownership, redlining, discrimination in the bank system.
So we all talking about the same stuff.
And education, literally weren't allowed to go. So it makes all the sense to repair the harm that you caused. And I'm not talking about
we just want our money. How about
America?
I know, baby. How about we just want our money? I don't need a scholarship. Give me a check. Okay, that's what my people want. My people want a check. All right, you can go on. Let's keep listening.
We no longer go by African American. We can't be two nations at one time. We just American. We the only Americans. Even white people not American. African people can't be African and American because it says the 14th Amendment that was only supposed to be for the descendants of so-called slaves, the POWs, which is us. You feel me?
Right. See, here's the thing, and I know the brother is trying to get his words out, but until you have an actual coherent message, it just still throws confusion. We are foundational black Americans. I like the term invented by Brother Tariq Nasheed because it keeps the black American part that we've become used to, and it just adds foundational, that adjective on. So it doesn't really change the word. It just becomes more concise. But let's continue listening to this, brother. I want you to hear this. This is important.
A lot of research. Mind you, I'm from there. I was born in Africa. I was born in West Africa, where they came and they took my people and made them slaves and to the
my people.
That whole process.
Notice how Africans, when they come to this country, they say my people because it puts them in line with foundation. It allows them to be lined up with foundational black Americans, and it gives them somewhat a cover. Okay. And I understand strategically why you would do that, because you need the cover provided to you by foundational black Americans. But do you really feel like we the same people? Because it seemed to me like, when you do something good, the flags come out and you discard it. When something bad has happened, you let that be some black people did. Shout out to LTD. Let's
process. Yeah. But I didn't know much about slavery till I came to America. So why they didn't teach me this in the 3rd grade or 4th grade
in Africa?
So y'all know I literally been to Africa, right? And when I was in Africa, like exactly what she's saying, like nobody knew about the whole slave story. I even met an African who was very intelligent and told me that we're not from there. We're from America. That's why we look so different. That's why we have different cultures. And that's why wherever I go, they call me, oh, American girl. Oh, American girl.
So in other words, the sister's telling you that these people don't see us as the same people. So why do y'all have such an affinity for Africans? And why do you even maintain this affinity for Africans? Why you can't see them for how they see you? We're not the same people. This is what they're saying. Different culture, different language. We look different. We might be of African descent, but hell, everybody's of African descent at this point. Just think about it. Let's keep listening.
Oh, 11 American girls. Nobody thought I was African. Nobody said I was back home. They all said, why was I even there? Why did I come? I wanted to experience a different culture, a different nationality, and I wanted to learn the truth from the horse's mouth. But she's absolutely correct. When you go to Africa, they don't even know about the Atlantic slave trade. They talk about how they were enslaved and they had their own slavery that they went through being enslaved by Europeans, hence why they speak European languages, but they have no recollection of us being taken from Africa to America. Wake up and love you.
Keep listening.
If you look on a timeline, the history of the United States is still fairly brief, and slavery was abolished a mere 155 years ago. It wasn't just the White House that was built using slave labor, by the way. The building that serves as our country's political center, the United States Capitol, was built and rebuilt using slave labor after its sacking in the War of 1812. Although most northern states had abolished slavery by 1804, it's had its fair share of symbols erected using slave labor. If you're familiar with the Trinity Church in New York's financial district, you may not know that the clergy rented enslaved people to build its iconic spires, as well as the wall that used to snake down what we now know as Wall Street.
So the church was even using black people as slaves. This is what I want you to understand. This is how much we were exploited as people. But, you know, that's a conversation for another day. But this is something, they know that the debt is being paid. All right. But nobody is approaching this the right way. Let's go ahead and get this ball rolling by getting this Slave Act that I propose going. But let's keep listening.
Many of our forefathers were enslavers. Thomas Jefferson's entire property in Charlottesville, Virginia, Monticello, was built and run by enslaved people. Enslaved people also helped build our intellectual centers. Georgetown University, one of the country's oldest colleges, built most of its campuses after the sale of 272 enslaved people in the 1830s. Many schools with storied histories were built in part by enslaved people, including Harvard University's Law School and the University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill. That school's campus was maintained by slave labor until its abolishment in 1865. Poor record keeping and indifference by early historians makes it nearly impossible to know every contribution made to these buildings, but there's no doubt about how they got built.
Let's keep listening. Y'all still with me? You're learning something.
California's Reparations Task Force is speaking out after state lawmakers blocked 2 reparations-related proposals.
Another failed reparations legislation. Another failed one in some state, some random state somewhere. We need to get it all. We need one big, beautiful bill, just like Donald Trump says. Let's keep going.
The California Legislative Black Caucus decided to withhold those bills from moving forward. That led to a big protest at the Capitol over the weekend, as you see here. That's what the video is that you're watching right now. KCRA3 Capitol correspondent Ashley Zavala spoke with the reparations leader.
Yeah, so Ashley, what does she have to say about how this whole session ended over the weekend?
And Golston and Lisa, Camila Moore was the chairwoman of California's historic reparations task force. That group wrapped up its work last year after spending years studying the effects of slavery, racial discrimination, and its...
So they spend years studying the effects of slavery and all that and still denied the bill. We don't need any more studies. Enough studies have been done. Let's keep listening.
Impact on Black Californians. She says she felt betrayed by the Black Caucus after it decided to block 2 bills she says were fundamental for reparations.
And I guarantee you that Black Caucus is filled up with people who are not foundational Black Americans. All right, keep that in mind. There's no loyalty there. Keep listening.
Emotions still high after this scene at the state capitol over the weekend.
It's Black people stopping their own people from getting their reparations.
You see, the problem is the brother is talking about his own people. Those people, look, even the foundational Black Americans, their loyalties are conflicted. They pan-Africans. You see what I mean? They have Caribbeans in their family and whatnot. And they have Africans in their family. They're biased. All right. So you're going to have to grow some backbone and start getting what you want. OK, let's keep listening.
Reparations supporters frustrated by the Legislative Black Caucus's last minute decision to block votes in the assembly for proposals that would establish a state agency and state fund for reparations. The Black Caucus divided, with some saying they were afraid of the governor's veto, while the caucus leader, Assemblymember Lori Wilson, claimed the bills did not have the votes.
Well, of course, that's what they're going to claim. Let's keep listening.
300K, 40 acres, and a fucking mule.
Like I said before, black people are owed $300K each. Also, we deserve the 40 acres as well. I didn't come up with that number. Some people at a college, I forgot who came up with it. It was like some study, not study, it's like some calculation they did. They calculated like 24 hours. This was like in 2022, I think.
What's up? Welcome to the broadcast. This is Uncle D. People wash their ass in the tub, Kamala Harris.
You were tuned in to Uncle D. This black man talk. Pull up, homie, take a seat. Don't be a shadow watcher every day. You learn something, then you earn something. Let them know and drop some money in the plate. It's getting cold, ladies, talking ratchet. There's a king here, grab your coat, zip your jacket. Keep quiet for a second, close your jaw. Attorney Spurling, this ain't pearly, know the law. Talking Constitution, pushing pins when he shooting, give him that. Masculinity, just for the record, sprinkle that. You can keep your cat, gotta cut it. Only cat he rubbing, gotta love it. I call it Molly Buddy. Gotta vote your interest, voting earns. Presidential, this is for the money that I earn. When you gon' learn, my people, that evil mixed with evil. No matter what you're doing, baby, this ain't equal. Sometimes when you're special, you get hated. The test is for the best, you're damn right, my people made it. Uncle D, Blizzard King, you been served, gotta notice. Now black men out here know we winning, gotta hold it now. Uncle D, you been served, get your notice now. Black men out here know we winning, gotta hold it now. Uncle D, you been served, get your notice now. Black men out here know we winning, gotta hold it now. Uncle D, you been served, get your notice now. Black men out here know we winning, gotta hold it now.
Hey man, I'll do what I do.
Somebody need to whip your ass.
Get up and whip him, Sweets.
Hey, don't be putting the money in my hand all rough.
Take your ass out here. You buy you a Flowbee and cut your own damn hair from now on.